special value from Temp-tations. This is actually the very first time Temp-tations has ever done a garden today's special value. And you see the small wind spinner right there paired with the large. It's the first time that both wind spinners have that solar crackle glass orb that glows at night. During the day, beautiful sculpture. During the night, it is like, I don't know, like a magic garden. You're getting them both home. You're saving about $100 because if these were ordered separately, the larger one would be $134. Which you can see right here. This would be Hi, Tara.
Oh, hi there.
Tara Tesher, the founder of Temp-tations, is here with us.
Hello, hello.
The larger one should be about $134. The small one is $40. So if sold separately, just about $174. We're actually doing them for $74 and change. So you're saving just under $100, getting them home on easy pay for 4 easy payments of $18.75. Tara, your wind spinners are always so popular.
Yes.
Today we bring you 8 selections.
Yes.
5 of them are absolutely brand new.
Brand new. You've never seen them before. And as Sandra was just mentioning, we have the large, which is that 21-inch. And here is our, what we call our seashells. These are all beautifully formed. They're all beautifully hand painted with that iridescent paint, and they're all sculptural, meaning they all have these little embossing details that you see there. With our wind spinner, it spins 360 degrees as well as clockwise and counterclockwise. And then of course it has that beautiful crackle glass orb in the center. So at nighttime you have that nice warm glow.
So pretty.
Oh,
All right,
my
let's go
gosh.
through the choices, starting right here. This is our seashells, and it's in lovely teals and yellows and pinks and like little bits of green. You see it here in the large, and then we also have it in the small, and you get both.
I've been kind of bringing this up to remind you because I know you're seeing that we have both. The mini, first time we've ever done the crackled orb or the light there on the mini, so coordinates back with it.
I think my favorite is the lemons and palm.
Yes. Amalfi Coast is here. So we have the hammered detail that you see right there in the center of the lemons, and then you have those gorgeous palms. And notice how the paint is not just one solid green. You have multiple colors coming together. This really, truly is the combination of art along with light and movement.
It's so pretty.
Gorgeous.
And then I just think the small one is so cute. Oh, thank you for
the
pulling
small
that out.
one. This is what I'll do.
I want to put that like in a planter.
Absolutely.
Like I just think it's so cute.
Yes.
Now, the lemons and palms is my favorite. I know you are particularly fond of the sunflowers.
I'm loving the sunflower. What we've been kind of saying all day about the sunflower is that this is all 4 seasons, right? Here's what I love. Sculptural detail on the sunflowers itself, including the texture even in the middle of the sunflower. So different color shades of the green on the leaves. Remember, 365 degrees as well as clockwise and counterclockwise. Gives you absolutely that whisper quiet, beautiful look of your wind spinner.
Now, the most popular today is the patriotic.
Oh, I love that. So here we did, and I loved what you said, and I've used it all day. It literally looks like the stars you would see on a patchwork quilt. You have stars there in the blue, fireworks, some stripes. There's that gorgeous crackle globe right there in the center. That's what makes the magic happen at night. Stays on for 10 hours once fully charged. And then the minis have sold out in the additional purchase that we have, but we still have the mini in our today's special value.
So that's going to be the only way to get the mini right now is in this today's special value in the patriotic. Okay, this is one that has been popular, and as of last night, it was our most limited.
Yeah.
This is the flamingo.
Look at how we were just saying, like, fun all day long. And I know if you shoot like the top of it, you'll be able to see the pretty pink of the flamingo, and then of course the beautiful balance of that, the palm trees. And see how very little wind right here in the studio, yet the way they're balanced, they're constantly gonna move.
You know, a lot of wind spinners paint the outside of the wind spinners. They don't paint the inside. This is both wind spinners, because truly this is 2 wind spinners in one, obviously. Both wind spinners, the front and the back, are also painted on the back side.
Yes.
So everything you see is hand painted, hand sprayed. It is a lot of work.
Absolutely. And you know what? That's such a great presence, you know? To do the sculptural metal also, when you think about it, would it be easy to just have circles and put a butterfly in the middle? Of course. But here, they're actually cut out and then they're painted. And what I love about that, they're attached and soldered onto all those beautiful points of wire. And then they just come to life as they start to spin. Whether you have a ton of wind, you know, they can get going really pretty fast, or again, just that soft breeze
So
makes
beautiful.
this move each and every time.
Okay.
My favorite.
Well, everybody's favorite, because
Okay.
apparently this is now the most
I was gonna
popular.
say, I
guess
think this might have taken the lead.
It has outpaced patriotic. At midnight last night, it was the patriotic. This is the multi-critters. This is, and if you collect Temp-tations and love Temp-tations for the garden, you recognize all these adorable little
your dragonfly, your ladybug, your hummingbird, your butterfly. I love all of it. The ladybug for good luck, the bumblebee for determination. And look at all of the iridescent paint that you're seeing there. All of the colors, that vivid color.
I love the hummingbird chasing that flower. Look at that.
It's gonna get him. It's gonna get it. Exactly. So all of the fun and detail. And then notice, Sandra, even in the top here, normally it's just a black ring, not with Temp-tations. We truly thought of every detail to add that charm and romance to each piece.
And speaking of charm and romance, the information for your dress is on the screen. You look really pretty.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. I love it. Everybody's been asking about this.
Oh, it has pockets.
Destination 365.
It has pockets.
And it's on clearance and it's under $40. P.S. and by the way. Just figured I'd let you know.
Wild. Okay, and then
okay.
The last one that we're going to show you, and this is a returning favorite, is the hummingbird.
Is the hummingbird, and this is going to have all of those tropical colors of the greens and the bronze, and of course that beautiful blue. There's that crackle orb. Why is it crackled? Because that projects the light even further. So at night, and you'll see in a moment, these are beautiful enough during the day, and even just in the studio, just the studio lights are really bringing these to life. But what it's all about, again, is the technology at night. When we turn the lights down and it turns to dusk, the light will come on in that beautiful, soft look.
Okay, so just a quick little recap. The 3 returning favorites: hummingbird, multi-critter, and butterfly, and then 5 brand new that you have never seen before. The flamingo, remember you're getting the smaller ones too. The patriotic, the sunflower, my favorite, lemons and palms, and the seashells. You are saving about $100 because the big, large one alone would be $133. The smaller, $40. That would be $173.99, so $174. We're doing it for $74.98. So you're saving just under $100. You're getting them home for $18.75. And the way that you did this paint, it glows in the sun.
Right, it's literally like sparkling, and that's what I love about it. So there's the mini, there's the large. This was literally a breezy day that we were doing this. So see how all of the colors work together there? And it's spinning 360 degrees and clockwise and counterclockwise. And then at night, again, you have that welcome of that light glow of the orb that you see there. So again, I love the crackle glass and how it throws the print and the light everywhere we go. We kind of have it fixed around here, because even just mixing and matching some of your things, I love putting the little guy in a planter. You can even put the big guy in a planter. Like we've been talking, if you don't have the space for the, you know, to put it in like a big mulch bed, no problem. Put it in a planter and put it around the house.
And I know that's been your goal with this entire line.
Yes.
You could have a big estate and things wouldn't look too small scale. You could have a balcony and things won't be too overwhelming.
Correct.
You really created things, everything fits. So you can see the big Patriot, that's the small in the planter, the big one back here in another planter. That looks cool. And I want to show you over here. This is our multi-critter, which is the most popular right now. This mulch bed space is about maybe 3 by 3 feet. It's small. So I'm thinking of everyone who has like a townhouse or just a little bit of, you know, something off their front porch.
Yes.
This will work for you.
This would work perfect. And we were talking earlier, like even if it's an HOA that doesn't really want you to have it in the mulch beds, no problem. You can put them in the planters. They're designed, as you said, for big spaces or small spaces. And I love the fact that you're getting 2, because it's really nice to kind of layer these pieces, or of course use them individually. You have 2 different moods in 2 different places.
Absolutely.
And we did this, we tucked the flamingo in the back here, Sandra, a little different from last night, because we wanted to show you how it looks when it's incorporated with other trees around it, other plants around it. Again, we were just saying, like, this one is just super fun with, of course, the flamingos and the sweet little palm trees there.
This one makes me so happy. And so here we did the big one and then the little mini right down here next to it. So maybe you just want to put them both together and create like this tiered effect.
Exactly.
It's adorable.
And then the little sunflower we tucked right in here. And then in our mulch bed, we actually have, of course, the additional purchase of the set of 2.
Do we have any of these left?
We've lost a bunch of colors. Sunflower, I know for sure. Patriotic, I know for sure. Super limited in almost everything.
That's if you just want 2 of the minis. Yes. That is an available option. Of course, our today's special value is the big one, the extra large, and the mini. Let's go through the choices again. 5 brand new today. 3 returning favorites. Actually, let's start with our returning favorites.
Yes, exactly. So the hummingbird, right? There's so many of us who love put our hummingbird feeders out. The hummingbird, of course, is the bird of wisdom. So there are your beautiful pops of colors there in what I like to say is kind of your tropical look. Then this is my favorite and apparently all of yours, and that's going to be our multi-critter that has the ladybugs and the butterflies, all of the critters that we've been sharing here in our Temp-tations garden collection, even the humble bumblebee. Our butterflies. So here I like to say that this is more about your jewel tones from your amethyst and your sapphire, and of course that beautiful emerald that you're seeing. I love the pop of the pink flower. Remember, you're getting 2.
So those are your returning favorites. Yes. And now we're going to take a look at the brand new, including the flamingo, and I'm holding the mini up so you can see.
Look at that. I just love the way the pink and the green look together. And I love what you were saying last night. Sandra and I got to kick this off. Like if you're kind of your houses all look the same, put this out on the yard, and then it's like, ooh, who's that house?
Sure. I mean, there's a lot of communities, you know, maybe newer developments or townhouse communities where all the houses look the same. This is how you express your individuality. It's how you welcome guests. Here's the patriotic.
It says so much about your home too, right? When you put your personal style out there, you want it to feel special. You want to make your space your private oasis. We get so little time to just be outside and kind of be doing what we want to be doing. Painted on the front and the back that you're seeing there, so no matter which way you're looking at it, you have that gorgeous visual. And remember, you're getting the mini. That is the first time we've also put the globe or the light, because you love it so much, inside the little guy as well.
Here's the sunflower.
Oh, the sunflower. I loved the sunflower because I don't know if we get as much credit with it, but they're completely sculptural. They literally look like you're in a field of sunflowers. And then you have the pops of the green there. The embossing on the inside gives you all of that great texture. And the leaves actually look like they're carved, like they're actual leaves right there on your beautiful, or petals on your sunflower. And then your fave, I'll let you spin your little mini. Here is our lemons and palms. It is truly those oversized lemons with that hammered texture detail, with all of the individual hand painting. Like if you are limited in maybe what you want to use for your outdoor space this year, these make such a big impact and at such an incredible value.
Well, and please don't wait.
Incredible.
8,200 ordered just since midnight. This is the last of the 5 new. This is called Seashells.
Yeah, seashells. So this is going to have your yellows, your browns, your teals, your pinks. And again, if you've always wanted that coastal vibe, do you see how great it is when they're painted on the backside too? It's almost like you can't tell which side is which. You do have that embossing there. Oh, we're right under the air conditioning, so you can see that's actually, that's legit moving.
And that actually is a good point, because you can, when you get these home, determine how tight you want the wheels, basically the pinwheels, to be. So if you live someplace where you don't get a lot of breeze, loosen it up a little bit. We're standing in a studio, which actually is really cold right now.
I don't know how you're doing that.
Yeah, it's freezing. We're standing in a studio that does have some air conditioning, but of course it's not a wind.
Right.
And you can notice it's a little bit, this one is a little bit looser.
Yeah.
So it's picking up on just the slightest breeze. I bring that up because I know with some other wind spinners, people have said, but you know, gosh, we really need to get a wind before I ever see it move. It's never moving. These can move with the slightest of breeze.
Yeah, usually because they're fixed when you're getting them at home. Like Sandra's saying, it's just like on demand. You get to figure out how you want to do it. I also wanted to mention the globe real quick. When you get it at home, there's going to be an on-off switch on the bottom on both the mini and the large. Just go ahead and click that on-off button. That will allow it to start to charge. Drop it right back into your wind spinner. Let it charge for the full day, and then you'll have over 10 hours of beautiful light every night when dusk comes.
So pretty. So
that's all you have to do.
First time you've ever done this.
Yes,
and
that's
you
today's
really
special
listen
value.
to the customers in terms of giving the big one, giving the small one. We've done sets of the small ones before. We've done the big ones. We've never done a small wind spinner with that solar glass that's going to shine at night.
It was always an additional purchase, right? You could pick up the big one and then you had to pick up the little one. So what we heard was that we really want to have the 2 pieces that we can kind of use together or use separately. So, and like we've been saying, not all wind spinners are made the same. The fact that ours are hand painted on the front and sprayed on the back as well.
Tara, I just want to
so
point,
that you have all that.
I'm not pointing at you, I'm pointing up at the right there. I could never be a weather person.
I don't know how you do that.
Well,
I always go the wrong side.
So
I'm like,
on
here?
your
No, there?
screen, you could, if you want just 2 of the mini spinners, let's say you just want the small ones, you can get 2 of those for $53.98. We have sold out of some of the designs, but I want you to know that is certainly an option. Maybe you've picked up the larger spinners in the past and you'd just love to flank them with 2 smaller ones or just put them in planters. That is certainly an option, but they're so limited that